What are your thoughts on a Tour de France with no time bonuses?
For me, I don't know why they do this, because now we have the situation that Valverde has 1 second, and now maybe today nobody will take the jersey out. But I thought it was better with the bonifications, because for the sprinters it was always exciting. I don't know why they don't take the bonifications.
I think it's interesting. I mean, it's good to try something new and not always the same. And I think it's interesting that we like a prologue because we have Fabian in the team, but still it's interesting to try without a prologue, without bonus, and that can change the race a lot, I think.
Well, change the race. They're trying to make the race different, so why not? That's my thoughts, really. So I don't know. I don't know what it's going to change. I mean, Valverde got a gap yesterday anyway, so he's now in yellow. So actually, it's going to work the opposite ways. I think they thought it was going to work, and they were expecting race lead changes and stuff. Whereas now it's not going to change at all. Yeah,
I do kind of like the time bonuses out on the road and the bonuses at the finishes, because it makes it a little bit more interesting. With especially in the first week or so. It's you don't actually have to be the best sprinter in the world and win the stages all the time to be up there. You can actually finish third, fourth in a bunch kick and get a time bonus, and then get a couple of time bonuses out on the road, and all of a sudden you find yourself in very close contention for the jersey. So I mean, pros and cons with everything.
The sprints along the way are not as important, obviously, as they were in the past. And we were trying to figure out if there was a way for Kim to get the jersey today, but Valverde got a second, and it makes it real tough for him to get the jersey. So for us, it's not to our benefit this year, but it's good. I mean, the Tour is trying to change things up a little bit, makes it a little bit more exciting tactically, and I think it's a good call.
I think it makes the race a little bit less interesting.
Yeah, especially for a sprinter like yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite the incentive, certainly, you can have a stage like yesterday and you lose a little bit of time, you had a chance to get it back with time bonuses, but this year it's not going to be like that. But, next year it might be different again. So I think it's good. Maybe I don't see it as ideal, but maybe it's good to try these things out and see what it does to the race as well, to try and evolve the race a little bit.
I think for me it's good, It's because in a race our stage as was to yesterday, with that finish in the hill with a bonus sprint will be dangerous with some important guys, But I think now it's more open, it's more stressful for everybody, but it's just the real time that you make in the race,
So maybe it keeps the GC closer, but maybe it has the opposite effect for the sprinters, where once a sprinter could take the jersey, he could hold it longer.
Yeah, in that way it's more stressful for everybody, because now it's more difficult just to take the race. The jersey is only 13 riders who are more close, who can get that gap of 1 second. And it's only for them, But honestly, I think that it's much better used without bonifications than with bonifications, It's more stress, but in the end, it's just good for the guys who are fighting for the GC.